Good day, my amiable listeners. I bring to you a shocking news. The news headline: Nigeria in Ukraine rejects federal government offers to evacuate them, insisting on dying instead. The news in full. On Thursday, many persons across the world woke up to report that Russia bombed Ukraine through a day special military operations ordered by President Vladimir Putin. As early as Thursday morning, explosions were reportedly in Kyiv, Ukraine's capital. According to ABC News, Putin announced on television that Russia would not tolerate the threats from Ukraine. Ukraine Interior Ministry also confirmed the attack, saying Russia started attacks on the country. The attack was said to have targeted key infrastructure in the country. U.S. President Joe Biden condemned the attack, describing them as unprovoked. He said Putin has chosen a premeditated war that will bring a catastrophic loss of life and human suffering. He said the U.S. and its allies, members of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, will deliver a decisive response. Russia alone is responsible for the death and destruction this attack will bring, and the United States and its allies and partners will respond in a united and decisive way. The world will hold Russia accountable, Biden said. With the invasion of Ukraine, there was panic and fear across the nation as many scampered to bunker while some tried to flee surrounding regions. Be responsible for your own safety, federal government tells Nigerians in Ukraine. Shortly after the invasion, there was also apprehension from some Nigerians who were currently in Ukraine, and confirmed source says that there are over 4,000 Nigerians in the attacked region, many which are students. In response to the attack, the Nigerian embassy in Ukraine called on Nigerians residing in Ukraine to remain calm and be responsible for their personal security amid the Russia invasion. This was disclosed by the Nigerian embassy in Kyiv in a statement on Thursday, the cable reports. The embassy was said to have told Nigerian nationals who want to temporarily relocate from Ukraine to ensure they validate their residence documents for ease of return. It was also added that it remains open for consular duties for Nigerians who decide to stay in Ukraine during the crisis. In the view of this development, the embassy urges Nigerian nationals residents in Ukraine to remain calm but be very vigilant and be responsible for their personal security and safety, the statement reads. The embassy wishes to add that should any Nigerian nationals consider the situation as emotionally disturbing, such nationals may wish to temporarily relocate to anywhere considered safe by private arrangements. They should, however, ensure that they do all the needful to validate all their residence documents for ease of return to the country when desired. In addition, in case of students seeking such temporary relocation, they are enjoined to seek proper clearance and guarantee from their respective institution, authorities, agents on the way forward to respect their studies during this period and thereafter. Nigerian students plead with federal government to help with evacuation from Ukraine. Hours after Russian invasion, the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, Ukraine wrote to President Muhammadu Buhari pleading for immediate evacuation of Nigerian students in Ukraine. The plea came in a letter to the president titled Matter of Urgency, letter of request to President of the Federal Government of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, on Thursday. According to the letter, the students cried out that cities occupied by Nigerians were under attack, Daily Trust reports. The letter, signed by a NANS executive in Ukraine, Eunice Eliaka, said the Russia-Ukraine crisis has got to its peak. The letter reads, "Greetings to you, His Excellency. We are the Executive Body of National Association of Nigerian Students, Ukraine, NANS, Ukraine. We write to you with regard to the current situation in Russia-Ukraine conflict, which has finally risen to its maximum early this morning, being 24th February 2022, as gunshots and explosives have raided the territories occupied by Nigerian students. We plead with you, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, to please send an immediate evacuation of the Nigerian students currently in Ukraine. We can only trust and wait on our great nation, the giant of Africa, in this perilous time. It would be a great honor if our request is deliberately considered and met with urgency, and it calls for. Forever this kind and fatherly gesture will be engraved in our hearts. Thank you so much. In anticipation, Mr. President." Federal government arranged special flights to evacuate Nigerians from Ukraine. On their part, the federal government, in a bid to help the situation, decided to arrange a special flight operation to evacuate Nigerians from Ukraine. This was disclosed by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, at an interview with NTA. According to Onyema, the Nigerian Embassy-in-Chief has been contacted to finalize the arrangement for those willing to return to the country. He said the federal government of Nigeria has arranged for a special flight operation to evacuate our citizens from Ukraine in a view of the escalating tension between the country and between that country and Russia. The Nigerian embassy in the capital of Russia, Kyiv, has been contacted to arrange those wishing to return from their countries, other areas including Donetsk and Luhansk. Nigerians are assured that the ministry is following the events in the country. We will do everything for the safety of Nigerians in Ukraine, particularly the students. Some Nigerian reject offer prefer to die in Ukraine. In what came as quite a shock, some of the Nigerians currently trapped in Ukraine have rejected the offer by the federal government. A report by Daily Trust explained the reason some of them made the decision. One of them, who stayed in Ukraine for years, rejected the offer from the federal government over trust issues. The Nigerian identified as Edidion Cyprian Upaka noted that the offer by the Nigerian government is unrealistic considering the closure of the airspace. In addition, Cyprian said the federal government has in the past made such promises and did not keep them. "I was here in 2013 during a similar crisis when they promised to evacuate Nigerians and they never did," he said. So this is the attitude of every Nigerian in Ukraine. They will promise and not fulfill. The Nigeria also described the circular from the Nigerian embassy calling on Nigerians to be responsible for their protection and safety as appealing when other countries are making provision on how to evacuate the citizens, providing the phone calls, line, shelter and aid their people, and the Nigerian government is telling us you are on your own. Let's tell others the truth. There is no airspace to fly in. America evacuated their own citizens a long time ago and other countries. Now, Russian troops are all over Ukraine already. We rely on the prayers of Nigerian pastors and bishops to save us from this. The Nigerian embassies here are not helping matters. They don't want to hear the truth. Others are expressed cynicism about the federal government's promises to evacuate willing Nigerians from the war-torn country following Russia invasion. He also said they should do it supply of aircraft so it can become a choice for those who want to stay back or those who want to return. He also explained that the situation escalated in the capital city on Thursday with crazy queues at malls as a lot of people moved to stock up on provisions.